Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Wild and I'm from the Superior Networks Training and Personal Development team. Today we're going to be continuing our Visual Basic project, working to make a very basic adding up system. It may sound completely pointless and a waste of your time, but it's quite a useful thing to learn, mainly because once you know how to do the calculator, you'll be able to then apply that to the future sessions or anything else you're going to be doing. It isn't limited just to calculators and numbers. The way we're going to be doing it will be quite clear on how to use it for strings, dates, anything like that. However, the easiest thing I thought we could do was to make a very basic adding up tool, and then we'll switch it around to do a timesing and whatever else we need, and we'll make it look pretty, and as pretty as the console application really can look. In all honesty, it's pretty much command prompt. So to get started, you need to open up Visual Studio again. If you haven't already opened it, just double click an icon like that, or if you've got the full paid version, it's a slightly different icon, and you'll get something looking like this with a lovely welcome screen. But because I'm recording this back to episode 1, I've just kind of closed everything, and that's where it's left me, which isn't really where I wanted to be left, but I didn't want to spend half an hour waiting for it to close and open and close and open and close and open. So I just hit close and everything. So again, file, new project, we're on a console application, and we're going to call it, what should we call it? Basic calculator. Not really a calculator in any way, shape or form, but I'm sure we can make it into something worthy of going in a bin somewhere. So, the first thing you're going to more or less want to do is create, I'm trying to think if we want 2 or 3 variables. We can probably do it in 2, so let's do it like that. Oopsies. Just as a heads up, my way of assigning variables is something that a lot of people dislike. You don't have to do it this way, there are other ways of doing it. If you Google it, you can have a look at some examples. But the way I do it is the way I find most clean and easy to kind of comment and adjust in the future if you need. So under module 1, you want to do dim, and then we're going to call it, num1 as, and then we're going to set it as an integer, and then call it tot as integer, no, not as information, as integer, and they're assigned now. They're not being used at the moment, but they are set as number1 and tot, or num1 tot, and they can be accessed, and we can set their number as we go along. So for now, we're going to say that is 0. So we're saying total is an integer of nothing. Okay, now that we've got that set up, the first thing I want you to put in is basically a welcome message. So it's console.writeLine, oopsies, writeLine, welcome to my basic addition tool. Please enter the first number to be added. Then we want to do a num1 is equal to console.readLine. Do not forget the brackets, otherwise for some reason it doesn't work. Now, I will explain why we're going to, basically once we do this, I will build on it so that we can do stuff like checking and all that. But more or less at the moment, what we're getting to do is welcome you to the program, which is that line. We're then asking for you to put the first number in. And what we're now saying is that number1, or num1, is equal to whatever you type in. So just for you to see it, we're then going to say, you don't have to do this, guys, but it's just so you can see how it works. So if I run the program, that'll come up. So if we now say 50, it's now going to spit back out print 50, just to prove that num1 is equal to that. So yeah, basically whatever you type in and whatever you type in will be assigned to num1, which is where our first potential problem will come in, because if I type in ABC, it's not going to like it. It's workable, but we don't want it to be doing that. It will cause errors, the code will crash and burn, and your computer will blow up into a load of smoke. Anyway, we'll continue on for now, and then what we'll do is we'll data validate. Also, I've noticed when I'm watching these back, I kind of and ah and a lot. I am sorry. It's because I'm kind of thinking these up as I go along. I'm not one for a lot of editing and planning, so to be honest, I will probably slap on an intro and an outro. Maybe tweak the audio to make it louder or quieter if I'm shouting at any point. So, then what I want you to do is put in tot is equal to tot plus num1. Now what we're saying is the total is equal to the total plus number 1. Now you may be saying, well, that's like saying answer is equal to answer plus 1 on a calculator, and it will error and it will get all uppity about it. In VB it won't. What you're basically saying is that the new total, or that tot, is equal to that tot plus number. So it's going to work out total plus number to equal the new total. It's not going to loop and loop and loop and loop and loop and break. Then what you need to do is put in console.writeLine, and you want to ask for the second number. And we're going to do num1 is equal to console.readLine again. Don't forget those. And again, we want to do tot is equal to tot plus num1. Console.writeLine. Your number is. Now don't forget that's. Well, for now we won't worry about that space, and then we're just going to do console.writeLine, and we'll call it tot. And that will work, providing you use some common sense when you're putting the numbers in, and you don't ask to put ABC plus CDE. If so, you probably shouldn't be using a computer or a calculator, and you probably should still be putting blocks through the little shapes when you're trying to put the triangle through the square or something. So all you do then is hit start, and I'll just drag that over here. So if we do 500, and we'll add 0.1, I just exited, and I'm sure we all know why that is, and that's because we need another console.readLine. Yes, we could put a threading.thread.sleep, but for this it's better off, in case you want to write down numbers or something, just to have it so that you can exit when ready. You could even put there a console write line to say please press enter when ready. And we just run it again. Back on here. I want to do 81.4 and 80. Now, you're going to notice that 81 plus 4 plus 80 is most definitely not 161. It doesn't add up, and therein lies our second problem. Because an integer has to be a whole number. It's okay if you are only adding up whole numbers. As I say, it's not too much of a problem there. So, what we're going to do to kind of bug proof our code is to use something called an if statement. Now, I will go into a bit more detail on if statements in another video, probably the next one, but more or less it's same in any language. If this isn't your first, it's asking the computer, is this basically? So is 1 plus 1 2? If so, do this. If not, do this. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to add into the code, and we're going to basically make it so that whenever you put anything in, it's going to validate to check that it is a number. Because at the moment, if I run it, and in here I type in the letter K, and I hit enter, it's broken it. We don't want that. If I hit break, it just highlight there. So, what we're then going to do is going to change number 1 to a string. Oh, exit. Have I exited it? No, exit that. So we want to change that to a string. String. Our problem now is that if I run it, and I do well, I can't be converted into an integer. It's as simple as that. There's no way of doing it. So if I just continue, you're basically saying I plus nothing. Well, I plus nothing is an impossible calculation. You can't work it out. So what we then need to do is, in here, we need to do an if. We need to do if, we want to do, open brackets, num1 is that what I want? Is numeric. No. Right, give me a second, and I will just double check what I actually am looking for here, because it's been a while since I've done this. So just 2 moments. Okay, that was an incredibly stupid mistake on my part that I have realised before, and I keep making the same mistake. What you want to do is you want to do if is numeric, and then we want to put in these brackets, we want to put num1. Then we want to make it do that. We then want to say else, and well, what do we want to do? We want to tell these people that they're basically an idiot. So we're going to put in, for an idiot, use a number. We're then going to, this is where the sleep stuff comes in. And you can just do threading, .thread.sleep, and we'll say 3 seconds. And we're going to do exit. I think. Is that what I want? See if that works a sec. I might be wrong. No, it's not. Yes. Just think. Okay, what we'll then do is we'll just say that 0 is equal to num1. Or actually, we'll just completely ignore it. And what we'll do again is copy and paste that where that is there. And what it'll do is, if it isn't a number, it won't just add anything, so it'll just remain total as integer. So when I run it now, if I pull it over, if I put 5 and 6 in, it'll say it's 11. If I put H, or Y, sorry, and then 8, oh, whoopsies, I forgot the sleep function was there. If I do Y, and then 2, they'll say my number is 2, because it's done 2 plus nothing. And that solves the first problem. What it hasn't solved is the second problem, and that's that total is currently an integer. And please change that to decimal. You don't have to put 0.0, but I like to do it for that. We should now be able to add 5.2, or 5.32, and 5.1, and it will add it up. There you have a very basic addition tool. Now, what I will do next time, because I've kind of, especially with the if, I've kind of just run through it. I will go into more about how they work, else ifs, that kind of stuff, and we'll basically grow on this a little bit. This will be kind of the project we're going to base ourselves off of for now. We will do other little sub projects in with it, but for now at least, this is going to be the project we're going to work on. So, if you have any questions, please put in the comments. Feel free to tweet us to @snetworks1. Our website, email address, and all that was in the last video. Do go and have a look, especially if you skip to this one. Even if you just want to get the email address, it'll be in the last 20-30 seconds of video, where it'll just be me saying thank you like I am now. I've been Ryan Wild, so thank you for watching, and again, if you have any questions, please just ask. Thank you for watching.